The Galactic Council had seen many species in its 3,000 years of existence, but none quite like the humans. Ambassador Zethkri of the Vortanian Empire adjusted his protective suit's radiation filters as he watched the human delegation approach the neutron star research station. The irony wasn't lost on him. Here they were, the galaxy's most advanced civilizations, wrapped in layers upon layers of protective equipment, while the humans wore what appeared to be little more than glorified fabric suits. "Are you certain your delegation understands the radiation levels here?" Zethkri's translator crackled through the comm system to the human ambassador, Sarah Chen. Chen's laugh echoed through the station's corridors, a sound that somehow managed to be both reassuring and terrifying to the assembled alien dignitaries. "Oh, we understand perfectly. Don't worry about us." The research station orbited dangerously close to PSR J18472345, a neutron star that emitted radiation levels that would liquefy most organic matter within minutes. The station itself was a marvel of engineering. Its triple-layered hull constructed from the rarest materials in the galaxy, each layer designed to filter different spectrums of deadly radiation. Even with all these precautions, most species could only spend a few hours aboard before requiring extensive medical treatment. Dr. Kavlon, the Crystalline Collective's foremost physicist, had been studying neutron stars for over 2 centuries. His crystalline form naturally absorbed and dispersed radiation, making him one of the few beings capable of extended research in such environments. Yet even he wore additional protective gear, his normally translucent body now encased in a shimmering energy field. "The readings are unprecedented," Dr. Kavlon announced to the gathered scientists. "The magnetic field interactions are creating gamma-ray bursts that exceed our theoretical models by 300%. This discovery could revolutionize our understanding of stellar evolution." The human team, led by Dr. James Rodriguez, seemed oddly relaxed for being supposedly on the verge of cellular destruction. They moved with casual confidence, taking readings, discussing findings, and even, to the horror of the other species, removing their helmets during breaks. "Impossible," whispered Commander Trill of the Etherian Collective, her insectoid mandibles clicking nervously. "Their primitive technology cannot possibly provide adequate protection. They should be dead already." What the alien observers didn't know was that humanity's primitive technology was actually far more sophisticated than it appeared. The human suits weren't bulky because they didn't need to be. Centuries of evolution on a planet bombarded by cosmic radiation, combined with deliberate genetic adaptation programs, had created a species with remarkable resistance to radiation exposure. 3 days into the research mission, the unthinkable happened. A massive solar flare from the neutron star overwhelmed the station's defensive systems. Alarms screamed throughout the facility as radiation levels spiked to lethal amounts. The aliens rushed to their emergency shelters, sealing themselves behind meter-thick walls of lead and carbon composites. "All non-essential personnel to emergency stations," the station's AI announced. "Radiation levels exceeding safe parameters by 2,000%. Dr. Rodriguez was in the observation deck when the flare hit, monitoring equipment that required manual adjustment. He should have been dead within seconds. Instead, he continued working, his instruments detecting the most remarkable stellar phenomenon recorded in galactic history. When the flare subsided 6 hours later, rescue teams expected to find his irradiated corpse. Instead, they discovered him sitting calmly at his workstation reviewing data. His radiation suit showed clear signs of exposure, scorch marks and discoloration from the intense bombardment. But Rodriguez himself seemed completely unaffected. Well, almost unaffected. "Dr. Rodriguez!" Ambassador Chen's voice crackled over the comm as she rushed to the observation deck with the rescue team. "Are you injured?" "Medical teams are standing by." Rodriguez looked up from his datapad, a slight redness visible on his exposed neck and hands where the intense radiation had penetrated the suit's lighter protection areas. He touched the reddened skin gingerly, then broke into a wide grin. "Sunburn," he said simply, his smile growing broader. "I got a sunburn from a neutron star." The rescue team stared in stunned silence. Zethkri's mandibles hung open in disbelief. Dr. Kavlon's crystalline form flickered with confusion. Commander Trill made what could only be described as a whimpering sound. "Impossible," Dr. Kavlon managed. "The radiation exposure should have killed you instantly. Your cellular structure should be completely destroyed. Rodriguez chuckled, pulling off his gloves to reveal slightly reddened hands. Humans are tougher than we look. We evolved on a planet with a pretty weak magnetic field and a star that liked to throw tantrums. Our ancestors learned to deal with radiation the hard way. He gestured to his reddened skin. This is basically what we call a mild sunburn. I'll put some aloe on it later. The implications hit the alien observers like a physical blow. Humans weren't wearing primitive protective gear because they couldn't build better. They were wearing minimal protection because they didn't need anything more. Their basic suits were purely for extreme environments, not for survival. During the flare, Rodriguez continued, consulting his data pad with obvious excitement. I was able to record gamma-ray interactions that have never been documented before. The magnetic field reversals created patterns that could explain the formation of magnetars. He looked up at the stunned faces around him. This is going to revolutionize astrophysics. As the human delegation prepared to leave the research station, carrying with them data that would advance galactic science by decades, the alien observers found themselves reassessing everything they thought they knew about this peculiar species. Ambassador Chen noticed their troubled expressions. Something wrong? Zethkri spoke slowly, his voice heavy with a mixture of awe and concern. We're beginning to understand why your species has advanced so rapidly since joining the galactic community. You don't just survive in environments that would kill us, you thrive in them. Chen's smile matched the one Rodriguez had worn after his neutron star sunburn. We're from Earth, she said simply. Everything else is easy. As the human ship departed, leaving the research station and its shaken crew behind, one thought echoed through every alien mind present. If humans could get a sunburn from a neutron star and smile about it, what couldn't they survive? The galaxy, it seemed, was about to find out.